Hello, good evening, and welcome to a new episode of Arguably the Reading Quest. I am Nishant. So, guys, it just appeared to me that for a long time I have not suggested you guys something to be read from the non-fiction, and that too for beginners. So, this video is dedicated solely to the people who are looking for suggestions from here and there, and those who are somehow not interested in literature per se, somehow who are also not interested in philosophy. So something apart from literature, something apart from philosophy, but purely from non-fiction. And that will give you a very diversity of tastes, and you can pick and choose as per your own tastes and the grammar of your needs. So this video, I'm suggesting you 5 books in which of course, there will be a book on history, there will be a book on religion and theology. Not theology per se, but of course, religion. There will be a book on ideas, or I will not call it philosophy per se, but ideas, of course. One, sociology. And of course, one book on the selection of journalistic writings. Some really iconic journalistic writings. So let me start with, giving you a suggestion to read the journalistic writings. But where to read journalistic writings? I'm sure most of you are not aware that Hindu has published long time back a selection of its own 100 best editorials from the year 1878 to 1978. The Hindu was founded in the year 1878. So 1878 to 1978, 100 years, 100 editorials, and it is compiled in one book. So anthology of 100 editorials, one editorial that is representing 1 year. So this book will be, an immense resource for anyone. Let's say if you're preparing for various competitive exams like UPSC, particularly UPSC CSAT or CAT or CLAT, or for other exams as well, where reading comprehension is of prime importance. So this book should be your stepping stone. And since then, Hindu has published editorials, the compilation of editorials every year. For example, in 2025 itself, Hindu has published 3 books of editorials, spanning over a year, 4 months each. So one book dedicated to 4 months, so 3 books spanning a year. But this book can be bought. This is the red color book, a selection of editorials from 1878 to 1978. And, the content are so thought-provoking, the content are so intriguing. For example, in the year 1947, let me tell you what was published. For example, it is very curious to know that what has Hindu published in the year 1947. So this is one selection of editorial from 12th of July, year 1947. And the editorial is titled Freedom. And it starts with this line: at 4 o'clock on Friday evening, the royal assent was given to the Indian Independence Bill. Then another editorial from the next year, that is 2nd of Feb 1948. 2nd of Feb 1948. And it is titled The Universal Man. Can you guess whom it is all about? Yes, it is about none other than Gandhi. The Mahatma has become immortal, the cry that rose from a million throats as the flames consumed the old frail body that had housed that mighty spirit, confidently anticipated the verdict of posterity. The Mahatma has become immortal. So, this can be a very invaluable companion to your competitive exam journey and for general readership alike. So nothing like, getting this copy. I don't know whether this copy is still available. You can write to the Hindu, their office, or you can search it as Amazon. I think they must have this. Another book that I'll definitely recommend is on sociology. I believe for a long time we haven't talked anything on sociology, and who should be a better starting point than the father of Indian sociology himself, M.N. Srinivas. So M.N. Srinivas, the social change in modern India. So this was a series of lecture, let me tell you, that were delivered as a part of the Rabindranath Tagore Memorial Lectureship at the University of Chicago in October 1961 and was continued at the University of California, Berkeley, delivered in May 1963. So the lectures form the kernel for this volume. So this is one book that is to be read, wherein Srinivas talks about the concept of Sanskritization. Sanskritization is a very famous concept developed by him, and that is still very much relevant to understand the mobility of lower castes to the upper caste hierarchy without disturbing the hierarchy of caste, wherein a lower caste starts adopting the ways and the life and the grammar of the upper castes, and how they climb up the echelons of the caste hierarchy. So it is divided into 5 chapters: Sanskritization, Westernization, some expressions on caste mobility, secularization, and some thoughts on the study of one's own society. And then there is an appendix attached to it, the changing values in India today. So this is very, you see, it's just of 190 pages and hugely entertaining. Language-wise easy, yes. Idea-wise very captivating. Yeah, there's certain ideas that may be difficult to you if you're not, that much into sociology. But if you want to understand, the social changes in modern India, apart from what these social media reports do, this is one book that should be your handbook to start with. Start with this one. Now, I'll not directly introduce you to philosophy, but of course ideas. So there's this 10 Theories of Human Nature published at Oxford University Press. I don't know whether the book is still in print. You can check it at Amazon. I think so. So 10 Theories of Human Nature, wherein 10 theories or 10 paradigmatic figures were discussed who influenced the human mind, or who tried to categorize human mind in certain ways, try to theorize human mind in certain ways. So, of course, the book starts with Confucianism, then we have Hinduism, then we have Bible, Plato, Aristotle, Immanuel Kant, Karl Marx, Sigmund Freud, Sartre, and Darwinian theory. So 5,000 years of the history of humanity is broadly divided into these 10 chapters. So this is one book that is to be read. Again, just 200 to 220 pages book. Highly recommend it. Now, one book on religion. And you can treat it like a philosophy book, like a book on religion as well, but largely religion, what Buddha taught. A quintessential book to understand the teachings of Lord Buddha by Rahula Walpole. By far, this teaching, this book remains unparalleled when it comes to explaining readers about the life and work of Gautam Buddha. A very lucid, a very, very lucid book. And I think beginners can, start it right away. And of course, you'll feel pride that you have read something on Buddha. You know the teachings of Buddha. Nothing like that. So please start with. At last, a much debated topic, a book on history, and one episode of history that has also intrigued me in my early days. Now I believe there are certain topics that somehow, I have lost interest in it. But still it is much debatable. 20 years ago, I was very much interested. 25 years ago, I was very much interested in this topic. But now, my areas of interest have shifted. And this book is Gandhi and Bhagat Singh, written by an eminent historian, V.N. Datta. So the aim of this book is, just let me read it out to you, is to explore the fundamental question that did Gandhi try his best to save Bhagat Singh from the gallows? Or was Bhagat Singh just another pawn in the complex and the intricate web of imperial power politics? The aim of this study is to understand and explain why Mahatma Gandhi, the most influential political leader of his time in India, could not save Bhagat Singh when he was negotiating a settlement of political questions with the Viceroy Lord Irwin during Feb-March 1931. Gandhi's critics accuse him of failing, mainly owing to his stern commitment to non-violence, while his party men and followers defend him and attribute his failure to the event that took place beyond his reckoning. So, this book tries to explore the possibility that whether Gandhi should have saved Bhagat Singh, he couldn't have done so, and it leaves up to the reader to understand. So Gandhi and Bhagat Singh could be one entry point to modern Indian history. And with this, guys, I think 5 books as promised is very much up to you to start and, delve deeper into these books. I think I've done justice to the video. If you want such recommendation, non-fiction books, I can give you the next level recommendation as well. I mean, next level recommendation as in the next episode to it. If you guys feel like. So please do let me know in the comments if you want a second sequel to this video or not. So if you have still not liked, shared and subscribed to my YouTube channel, Arguably The Reading Quest, please do that. Happy reading, guys.